wasn't a normal terror attack. In my opinion, it was a kind of an execution which was taking place. These civilians had been killed in cold blood with automatic weapons such as AK-47.
Earlier attacks were indiscriminate. They killed anybody who came in front of them. Here they segregated Hindus and Muslims and killed Hindu men.
And they are telling कि जाके मोदी को बोल दो जो कर सकता है कर ले.
So I think all citizens of the country, we were actually hit by the brutality of this attack. I think it was most barbaric.
We will go after them. वो जमीन में हो, आसमान में हो, पाताल में हो, जहाँ भी हो. We will not forgive.
Any act of terror will be considered as an act of war.
If there is even escalation to this particular conflict, so be it.
And then we went into full-fledged war mode, I would say.
Prime Minister told me that we should call it Operation Sindhu.
We were ready and our fingers were on the trigger.
Then nothing stopped us and we were no holds barred. All the officers and men were full of josh.
The entire nation's hope rested on us.
We will unfold it like a good movie.
So the Prime Minister said, वहाँ से गोली, यहाँ से गोला.
Prime Minister returned. Foreign Secretary had come to receive him. Then at the airport itself, he had a meeting. First, he wanted to know all the facts. And then his first question to me is, who has done it? Who is responsible? We should be very clear who the perpetrators are. I want it immediately. Thanks to our intelligence agencies, I think they did a brilliant job. And within a very short time, we were able to arrive at the conclusion.
Honorable Prime Minister has made it very clear, any act of terror will be considered as an act of war.
I had no doubt that we were in a situation where we would have to respond differently from times gone by.
We homed on to the 9 targets. There were 5 targets in POJK and 4 targets in Pakistan.
And since the targets were big, that is why we decided together that Air Force will take on this target, because we had to have the requisite weight of attack, which Air Force could deliver at that distance into the enemy territory with precision. So objectives that were decided were terrorist camp, nothing more, nothing less.
I also wanted to ensure that my air defense and electronic warfare grid is also in place. Just in case it's getting into a drone warfare, I should have my grid in place. And for this, I couldn't have done it on my own.
The latency of the Akashti system from the ISCCS to the weapon end is 2 to 3 milliseconds. I mean, that's the capability that we have.
But in our minds, we knew that we'd selected the targets, we'd put the wherewithal into place, we'd carried out operational rehearsals. Now we needed to home on to the time and the date.
Time has come, time to deliver. Take a deep breath, have confidence that all preparations you have done is best and nothing more is to be done. And this is the time to prove yourself, prove your capability.
We
we were to avenge this killings. It was on our shoulders.
Everybody had the same time on their systems. At 0105, no orders were required. And like clockwork precision, the commencement of Operation Sindoor started at 0105.
That is the time when we activated, and then we went into full-fledged war mode, I would say. So when I got this confirmation that all missions have gone as planned, that was a good feeling in terms of, having 100% mission success.
That's possibly one of my most satisfying professional moments.
For that very fraction, it was there in my heart and in my feeling.
After this successful strike, we had achieved our politico-military aim.
Once we achieved that aim, obviously there was satisfaction amongst all of us that we have done what we wanted.
And once we hit them, there was a sense of justice. Justice for the nation and the families of the terror victims.
We wanted Pakistan Army to realize that this support to terrorism or inability to take effective action against the terrorists is something which is not tolerable to us.
So we knew that things are not yet over, and we were prepared, we were ready to take on anything, whatever comes from their side.
There was no time for me to absorb that this is what entire command has been able to achieve. We had already switched into dealing with the next situation, and which was going to be very intense.
We were ready and our fingers were on the trigger. The moment they started on the line of control, we went at them hammer and tongs.
As the midnight approached, the next 2 to 3 hours was grueling battle. The artillery opened, the mortars opened, the infantry posts opened.
Because the pressure on Pak post was so heavy that in order to relieve the pressure, he had to resort to targeting my civilians, targeting the religious infrastructure.
They hit gurudwaras, temples. So it was really sad that when we hit terror, they hit civilians.
Once anything starts, we are willing to go as far as it is necessary for a nation to preserve its sovereignty, and there is no limits on that. We fight till the last drop of the blood.
We were informed that Pakistan is planning to launch an operation so-called Bunyan al-Marsus to teach India a lesson. And that operation is going to last for about 48 hours.
That was the signal for India to launch its final retaliatory attack.
It was decided that India will not bow down to such kind of a threats.
And this time, the full responsibility was given to the Air Force. So they had selected 11 Pakistani airfields for the attacks.
So that night, that is 10th early morning, before they could strike, we have struck their major airfields, radar sites, command and control centers.
We engaged him on a front of almost 1200 kilometers, almost 200 kilometers deep inside his territory.
After the second wave of attack, probably they got the message that things are getting more serious, and they had no response to the kind of targeting that we are doing.
Message to the world is very clear. India's generosity or India's being more tolerant should not be mistaken for its weakness.
This is the new normal. A notice to sail should be construed as notice to combat.
We are a peace-loving country. We would like to live and let live.
But if Pakistan carries out any terror attack of this kind, I can assure that Pakistan will have to pay twice what they have paid this time.
No conflict in future will be the one like the past one. We need to prepare for it.
When the Prime Minister says that the Operation Sindhu is alive, his intention is the fight against terror will only be over till the last terrorist is eliminated.